been single a pretty long time. Never thought it would be this long. I have to admit, when I got divorced a long time ago, I was a little arrogant. I was in my mid 30s, and I knew it was a good catch. Good woman, educated, great career, amazing mom, and I was a great wife. Cook, clean, do all that. So I kind of was a little arrogant and thought, oh, it's no problem. I'm going to be married in 2 to 3 years. Well, it's been a long, long time. And honestly, not even gotten close. And so sometimes, like a lot of women in my situation that I've talked to, that you ask yourself, well, when do you give up? When do you give up on finding the one? Or do you? As for me, I go back and forth. Sometimes I go, well, I just need to be with Mr. Right Now. Doesn't give me butterflies, but he's a good man. He's nice. He likes me. Don't have much in common, but he calls, so I talk to him. Or sometimes you've got the one that gives you butterflies, but he's unreliable and not dependable. He's broke. You got to take him out to dinner. We've all done that.
I think the problem was she probably shouldn't have left her husband. Because I think she might be comparing men to him. And she probably kind of realized, well, maybe I should not left him. Maybe I should have tried harder. Because another thing, I think that the first thing that these ladies say when they think they're a good catch is not what men want. And I think they've never heard that. And I think that the brother Kevin Samuels brought that out. The kind of man that they really want, not the kind that they'll settle for, but the kind of man that they want, do not care about their money or their career. But they are so focused on their money and their career. See, she said the money, the career first, then she got to the cook and the cleaner. The cook and cleaner should have been first. He should have been first. How to support should have been first. But that's not first. And see, a lot of women, they have this, I hate to say masculine mindset, but they just do. They have a masculine mindset. So they're attracting more docile, more quote unquote feminine men. That's why she's attracted to the one who's broke, who's probably an attractive guy, because that's what men look for.
Right.
Men want attractiveness, fun, youth, excitement. And then the ones she's probably good for, they don't float her boat. So it's really a sad. I think that men don't talk about selling because I think men are more logical. We understand what we can get and what we can't get. I think it's hard for a woman to say, oh, well, I can't get that. Men understand. If I'm a 50-something-year-old man, I'm not going to get no 22-year-old.
Right.
That look like Beyonce with no kids.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to that because that's a good point, but I want to touch that. Okay, yeah, anything else, Vince? Or you good right now, man?
I'm good.
All right. Chloe, you want to say anything on that one?
Yeah. First of all, if I'm not mistaken in the video, she mentioned being in her 50s. I could be mistaken, but I feel like she did mention that because she said she was divorced in her 30s, mid 30s. And I guess for me, I'm like, how many 50-something men is she running into that are broke? Because she said that. And I'm like, are you running down a script? Because I hear a lot of younger women say things like that. When she started talking about men, they don't give you butterflies, right? But, they're nice. They'll call you, so you'll talk to them. Or you have a guy that'll give you butterflies, but he's broke. You have to take him out to dinner. And I'm like, in your 50s, how many of those men are you running into that are just broke? Because I'm like, I'm not saying that maybe there's a few, but how are you running into these guys in your 50s that are just broke and can't afford a dinner? Like usually at that time, men have gotten to a point, most men, not, there's always outliers, But the majority of men, they in their 40s is when they, if I'm not mistaken, late 30s, 40s is when they really start to hit their financial peaks. So I'm like, how many men are you running into? It's giving cap. Like you just running down a script. You sound just like some of these younger women. And for me, it's sad because in the last probably like week, I've seen 3 different incidences where it's been women who are mature women, like women in their 50s and 60s on these podcasts. They're actually on the podcast, guys, first and foremost. And they're not on the podcast talking about marriage and like on the podcast talking about ladies, this is what you should do. No, they're on the podcast talking about they side dudes. They're on the podcast talking about how, they about to show these, these young girls and, they still got it. And, all of this ridiculous stuff that, the combination of offline conversations that I've had in the last week and some of the online conversations that I've witnessed. And I'm like, this is crazy to me. As older women, these older women are so busy competing with younger women. These older women who are supposed to be giving the good advice and mentoring and schooling the young women so that they don't make the same mistakes, so that they get it easier, quicker, faster, whatever. These older women are so wrapped up in trying to be like these younger women. Like, it's in your 50s. Listen, if I'm single in my 50s and I want to be with someone, not like, because some people don't want at that point, they're just like, I'm cool, look, I'm good. But if you're looking for someone in your 50s, we shouldn't even be having a conversation about butterflies. Excuse me now. Okay, we shouldn't still be having a conversation of butterflies in our 50s. At that point, you might be worried about his benefits because at some point y'all gonna have some medicines y'all gonna need to get, or you're gonna be talking about his pension. You want him to have one, because y'all gotta live. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't want to work forever. Okay, like you might be having those kinds of conversations. But butterflies, how is butterflies still part of the conversation at this point? I mean, really, honestly. Because if you wanted the butterflies, you should stay with the man that you married that gave you butterflies when you married him.
Oh.
You should stay with him and try to rekindle those butterflies.
And then also, let me make a caveat. I have a few friends that are my age, in 50s, and it's not that they broke. It's that they don't understand they don't have to spend no money. I have a friend of mine. He don't never take a woman out. He don't go on dates, but he still get women. And obviously they okay with it. They okay with not going on dates. They okay with he's out and about. So what he'll do is say he'll tell them pull up. To where I am, just pull up. And they pull up. And he smash and grab. And these older guys understand they don't have to do all that. So it's not necessarily that they're broke, it's that they understand they don't have to spend no money.
Right.
To get what they want to do.
That's real. That's real right there. That's real. You want to say anything else?
No, I was just saying, like, that for me, that just adds to like the disillusion, right? Like the fact that this is what we're talking about. What I'm saying, I guess the point that I'm getting at is after all this time, you still are not prioritizing the right things. Nobody is saying that you can't have some attraction to this man. Of course you want to be attracted to the man, okay? Like, I'm not even saying that. But the thing is, what are you looking for at this point in your life when you're supposed to be at a more mature stage of your life that's attractive to you? Is it the same stuff that 20-year-old and 30-year-old you found attractive? Because I'm in my 40s. And the stuff that 20-year-old or 30-year-old me found attractive or was into, 40-year-old me even into. So I'm just trying to understand, like, that's what I mean. Like, I think this is why women are divorcing or leaving relationships and going on thinking that they're going to fall right into another one, and they're not.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a valid point. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Donovan dropped a comment. He said, these dream world women have 1 or 2 men in the friend zone. Never do they consider the dude in the zone as their soulmate.